Olga from Minerva. In today's video, I wanted to share some inspiration and some ideas. I wanted to show you a selection of posts that I've chosen from a specific theme, which is our Minerva exclusive French terry loop back stretch fabric. And I wanted to show you some things that people have been making with it, and something that I actually wanted to touch on before we get on to the post. I know that a lot of people struggle, particularly with this kind of French terry and sweatshirting fabrics, because of the cuffs and the neck bands and the waistbands, and I think that that is something that can be a little bit daunting if you're not an experienced sewist. So I feel like the three main options, one of them is you can just buy your own bands already made. This is an option that is mostly available for children's clothing, although there are some adult sizing. So this is an option. I just don't think it's the best option out there. The second option is that you can just use the same fabric that you're using for your main top or, you know, trouser or whatever, and use that to make the bands. And I think that's a really good option. Especially if you want something that is really cohesive. Sometimes you can actually get away with just, you know, folding it and hemming it like you would any other shirt, any other clothing. Obviously, you're gonna get results that are different to a sort of tighter band, but this really depends on the aesthetics that you're going for, you know, what your plan is, what the pattern is instructing you, and then obviously your final third option is to use a ribbed knit. And I think this is a really good option if you want a different texture and you want that really like classic sweatshirt look. You would have to match the color of the fabric of the ribbed knit to the pattern or the colors of the fabric of your main top that you're using, or the main fabric that you're using. It can be a little bit of a challenge to match the colors. We have a really big selection of colors on this, so I think you are definitely going to find an option. But something that is actually really cool that you can do with this, for example, if you have a fabric that has, you know, that's black and white or something, you can use a black knit, ribbed knit, you can use a white ribbed knit, which both match, and the white contrasts a little bit with the main fabric, but you could go with like red or yellow. You can really add a lot of personality and a lot of fun and a lot of uniqueness to your finished garment with what fabric you use for your ribbed knit, what fabric you use for your cuffs and stuff. So I understand why people think that it's a little bit daunting. I used to think it was daunting too. Now that I've done it a few times, I no longer find it like a scary thought, and it's more of an exciting idea of what can I do with this? Where do I want this project to go? What colors do I want to use? Kind of what fun things can I make? So now let's get into the video. So I'm going to show you some people that have been posting on our website and what they've been making, and we're going to have a little look at that together. I will obviously link everything that I mentioned in this video below, patterns, fabrics, everything, and also obviously all of the lovely people featured here, so that you can go and follow them and interact with them and find more inspiration. So our first post is by Girls in the Garden, and this is such a lovely little sweatshirt. I really like that they picked the one of the colors of the print and then chose that for the cuffs and for the neckband. I think it looks really cute. I love that there's a little dog in the picture. It's a really casual look. So the fabric that she used here is the Minerva exclusive scattered fronds loopback French terry with our Minerva core range tubular ribbing stretch knit fabric in the color Midnight. And the pattern here is the Mega Nielsen Jara sweater. This is actually a really popular sweater. I've seen a lot of posts of people talking about this, so maybe I'll have to give it a try myself. But I really like this. I love this print. I love that there's like this soft pink. I love it. I think it's really sweet. Oh, she also mentioned that she used some ballpoint needles. You don't need them, but it does make things go smoother and a little bit more easily when you're working with knits. Next we have the Lilac Elk. She made a dress. This is the Cashmerette Appleton dress. It's a wrap dress, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is a wrap dress. And she used our exclusive brushwork prints loopback French terry stretch knit. And I really like the result of this. I think it looks really good. As you can see, this fabric is good from sweatshirts to dresses. So you can do a lot with this. I love the neutral tones, but it has a lot of texture, it has a lot of life in it. Still has those muted colors that can be really easily paired with other neutrals in your closet, and I just think this is a great print. And I love the length of the sleeve. I think that's a really nice touch too. Yeah, it looks really great on her. And you can tell people are so happy when they make their own clothes and they're wearing them, and like you can just see it in their face that they light up. I love that. Next we have LGT. I hope I'm not saying that terribly. I'm really sorry if I am. She made this really cool top. It has a sort of knot at the front and has a type of turtleneck. I'm not really sure what you would call this. See, another version of the Jara sweater from Megan Nielsen. So I told you this is the popular one. And as you can see, completely different from the one we saw earlier. So the fabric used here is our Minerva exclusive Zebra Collage loop back French terry. And it really feels like you're on the African savannah. It really has all of these fun colors and prints and textures. I think it's really, really pretty, and I really like the color palette. So for the cuffs, she used the Minerva Core Range tubular ribbing stretch knit fabric in the color black, which I think is a really good match. I think it really pulls it together, but everything else, the same fabric as the main top, definitely a really good option here. So yeah, I think this looks really cool. Then we have from So Limitless, this is the McCall's 7561. It's a dress. She used the Minerva exclusive Animal Song loop back French terry stretch knit. I'm not sure if this, like, I would call this an animal print. It has kind of aspects of an animal print, but also aspects of an abstract print with, I don't know, I just love it. I think it looks really great. Also, the dress came out really cute. I think it's a really lovely staple kind of dress, like a really simple design that will look good with lots of different things, and I think it looks really good on her. As you can see, obviously for this, there is a neckband on the dress, but she used the same fabric for the neckband as she used for the dress. Then we have VickyS, who made, it's another Jara sweater. I told you these are really popular. So she's using the Minerva exclusive Two Can Play loop back French terry, and this is one of my favorite prints. You can actually find this in other different fabrics as well if loop back French terry isn't the thing for you, but you love this print. You can get this in other kinds of fabrics, so definitely go and check that out. This version, I think Vicky didn't use any kind of rib knit for the cuffs or for the neckline, so it's all just the Two Can Play fabric. I really love the final result. It looks really comfortable too, this kind of collar. Amazing. Okay, next we have another sweatshirt, and this is again the Jara. This post is by Handmade Frenzy. That's a fun name. And she used the Minerva exclusive Parading Palms loop back French terry and some of our Core Range tubular ribbing stretch knit in the color black for the cuffs and the neckband. I really like this print. I think it looks really good. It looks great with jeans too. I really like this print too. It's so, like, it's kind of tropical, but in a really soft, muted way, which I really like. I think it's a really good option too. And I love the background that she used for these photos. It looks really good with the fabric too. So that's a nice touch. Our next post is by Katie Kennedy, and she made the Wardrobe by Me boxy raglan sweater with our Minerva exclusive Urban Cheetah loop back French terry. And the Urban Cheetah is a typical animal print that is so fun and colorful. And here you can see that Katie used a fabric that matched the Urban Cheetah fabric. She used our Minerva Core Range tubular ribbing in the color forest green, which perfectly matches the Urban Cheetah fabric. I think it's a great result. It looks so fun. Oh, and it looks really good on her too. I love how much effort people put into their photos and how well thought out they are. It really inspires me. And then here you can see a close-up of the neckband, and it really matches so well. I love this. Such a good make. Then we have by No Idle Hands. She made another version of the Megan Nielsen Jara sweater in our Minerva exclusive Savannah Daisy loop back French terry. And I've actually worked with this print before. I really like it. It also has a very classic feel of animal print, but with a little bit of a twist. Cheetah prints, I guess, or cheetah spots are actually flowers. She used the black tubular stretch knit for the cuffs and the neckband. The waistband is actually a really nice hem, like a rounded hem at the front, and then it's slightly longer at the back, which I think is a really nice touch. Great. I love that one as well. Okay, moving on to So Honey. Again, great name. She made a top from Itch to Stitch, and it has a nice kind of peplum detail, and it's really nicely fitted as well. And she used our Minerva exclusive Rugged Trail Loopback French Terry. So I think the fit of this is amazing. As you can see from these photos, you can make a nice fitted top that has peplum in this fabric. Like, it's so versatile. It's honestly a little bit crazy how versatile this fabric is. Another very successful make for sure. Next we have Mrs. M.R. Bullingham, and she made a dress with our Minerva exclusive Boudoir Bouquet Loopback French Terry. I think this is the Nell Dress from Dressmaker's Closet. So you have the ruffle at the bottom, you have a really nice long skirt, you have the fitted bodice, but then the big sleeves, like kind of bishop sleeves with the fitted cuff. She used this kind of purple for the cuffs and for the neckband, and I think that matches the fabric beautifully and really brings a little bit more color into it. So I think that's a really nice touch as well. And this looks amazing. Can you imagine how comfortable a dress that looks this fashionable but also is made from French terry would be? I think I would live in this. The way that the print is designed and the way that the colors are placed, it looks almost like it has a metallic or like velvety finish. And I think that just really elevates this fabric. It's so beautiful. And it looks really good on her too. Next we have So Becky. She used our Minerva exclusive Peony Dusk Loopback French Terry. And this is a really beautiful floral. It has a lot of pastel colors, which are super popular and fashionable right now. And this is the Halifax Hoodie pattern. It looks amazing. I think the colors really suit her. I really love this one. It's really beautiful. It's super feminine and delicate. I think the pastels on a navy bluish background are a really good touch too, because it's not too pastel. It's really nicely balanced. Love that one as well. Next we have from So Notes. She made the McCall's 6992 in our Minerva exclusive Jungle Dreamer Loopback French Terry, and then she used our Minerva Core Range Tubular Ribbing Stretch Knit in the color Mustard, which I think really is a good combination, because I think the yellow not only contrasts really beautifully with the navy of this, but also kind of pulls all of those like flowers and little details from the print, which I think is such a good choice. I really like this one. And the print is so much fun. It's one of those that you could look at it for an hour and you'd still find new things. Another really successful make, and I really love the results that the two different fabrics gave. Next, from Alexander Rose Design, we have another dress with a wonderful ruffle at the bottom as well. It has long sleeves and it has this kind of high neck. This is a New Look 6525 pattern, and the fabric she used is our Minerva exclusive Tiger Paradise Loopback French Terry. And this is a really lovely print. It has a green background and then has all these like fun tigers on there with loads of leaves. So it's super tropical feeling. It really feels like something you would wear on holiday, or something that you would wear throughout the winter to kind of give you that holiday feel so that you don't feel so miserable. So good options all around. And I really think that this is such a great make. It looks super comfortable. It looks really good on her. I love the ruffle at the bottom. It really adds a lot of movement to the dress. And it also looks kind of straightforward and easy to make. So I feel like this would be a really fun kind of weekend project that you could whip up real quick. Next we have So Makes. And she made this really cute zip-up jacket. This is our Minerva exclusive Dancing Lights Loopback French Terry. I really love this print. I think it's so colorful and like rainbow. I love it. This is the Green Styles Sundance jacket pattern. Pockets, obviously. Pockets are always great. I think this is such a great make. It looks so good on her. Like, it's so nicely fitted, you know? If I had this, I would want to go exercise and jog all the time. Yeah, this is great. I love this one so much. Okay, and then last but not least, we have from Peepo Petite Project. This is the Fiber Mood DD pullover sweater, and this is in our Minerva exclusive Serene Meadow fabric. It's kind of like a really nice spring fabric that has a lot of florals again and some abstract shapes. It's a really nice fabric as well. I'm maybe wrong because this is not my area of expertise, but it gives me these like kind of 80s, 90s vibes, like things that I would have worn when I was a kid. I love it. And I think that it's a really good option to match the cuff to the blues of the sweater. I think that was a really good option, especially because she also used a blue zipper. So there you have it. Those are some posts that I found from people using our exclusive loopback French terry. There's a lot of options of things you can make with it. It really is super versatile. So definitely go have a look. I will leave all of these fabrics linked below, as well as the tubular knits that were used with them, and any patterns that I mentioned that are available on our website will also be linked, as well as obviously all of the lovely people here mentioned. Thank you so much for posting on our website and for making videos like this possible. I just wanted to mention really quickly that what I'm wearing is also from our Minerva exclusive Viscose Challis range. This is the brushstroke blooms fabric, and the pattern for the dress is the Vogue 1976. That's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!